Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, guys. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Before we start this paper, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. Basically, I compiled all the major topics, and this is the first video. We are doing IGCSE Math 0580 Complete Guide. So, before I start anything, I wanted to show you guys the topics that we'll be doing. We'll be covering percentages, rational numbers and irrational numbers, fractions, expansion and factorization, sorry for the wrong spelling, trigonometry, quadratics, statistics, differentiation, sequences, functions, and sets and Venn diagrams. All these questions are past papers questions. The year, the question number, everything will be mentioned in this file as well. So if you guys want to get in like an A star in your exam, do make sure to follow through this video. So let us start with the very first question. We are starting with the topic percentages. The question is right over here. Let me zoom it in for you guys even further. Now the question over here says the table shows the number of each type of bird seen in a garden. Find the percentage of birds that are starlings. So guys, whenever you have a percentage question, we tend to, whenever we are finding percentage, we multiply by 100. But before we multiply, we want to find starlings, the percentage of starlings. So the total birds are 11. Total starling birds are 11. And how many total birds are there? There are 8 plus 6 plus 11 plus 5. So I will add all of these numbers. 8 plus 6 plus 11 plus 5. I get 30. Alright. So total birds are 30, starlings are 11. We multiply this whole thing by 100. Whenever we are finding percentage, we multiply by 100. So now let me put this into the calculator as well for you guys. So we will do 11 upon 30 multiply by 100. So the percentage is 36.6666. So you can write 36.7%. So the year, it's 0580, variant 43, winter 2023, question 1. The years are mentioned over here. Now we will move on to the next question. It says that the value of Priya's car decreases by 10% every year. The value today is 7695. Calculate the value of the car after 1 year. So look, when the value today is 7695, it means it's 100%. Value after 1 year is decreasing by 10. It means 100 minus 10, which means 90%. So after 1 year, the value of the car will be 90%. But what will the value of the car in dollars? We don't know. We write X. So we will cross multiply both the numbers. So this becomes 7695 multiplied by 90. We divide the whole thing by 100 to give us the value of X. So let me find it over here. 7695 multiplied by 90 divided by 100. We get an answer of 6925.5. So the value is $6,925.5. Now in the next question it says that calculate the value of the car 1 year ago. Alright. So look, now we will assume that this 7695 is 90%. Like this is the value of the car after 1 year. Before 1 year, the value of the car would be 100%, which means in dollar value it's X. So this time we will do 7695 multiply by 100, divide the whole thing by 90. So let's calculate it. 7695 multiply by 100, divide the whole thing by 90. We get a value of 8550. So this is going to be your answer. Moving on, we have another question. It says these type of questions are very important. These type of questions, many students get them wrong. So I want you guys to make this question start. If you're all watching this video with me, make sure you start this question and you copy this down. So look, it says F is proportional to product of M and A. Calculate the percentage change in F when M is increased by 40% and A is decreased by 15%. We will assume the value of F is 100. First, f increased by 40%, which means 100 multiplied by 140, because when we say f increased by 40%, it means 100 plus 40, which means it's 140. And when we will divide this with 100, the original value, so these two gets cancelled out. So the value of f after increase of 40% is 140. Okay. Now it decreased by 15%, which means 100 minus 15 is 85. You will multiply this whole thing by 85 and then you will divide it with 100 to get the value of the answer. So we will now do 140 multiply by 85 divide by 100, you get 119. Many people will write 119 as their answer. This is wrong. Why? Because the original value was 100 and now the value is 119. The question says calculate the percentage change in f. So f changed by 19%. Alright. So we are finished with the percentages topic. I hope you guys were able to understand some questions. Now we are going to do rational and irrational numbers. Many people find this topic to be a bit difficult, but it's not that difficult honestly. So look, the year is mentioned right over here. So in this question, it says 0.581 and there's a dot on 8 and dot on 1. So this actually means 0.5818181. This is the meaning of these two dots. So what we will do, first and foremost, we will multiply. We will consider this as x. So x is equals to 0.581. You will multiply this with 1000. So 1000 x basically means 581.818181, like that. And then you will multiply the same number with 10x, which means 5.818181. How did I get that? If I multiply 5.818181 with 0.5. Let me correct this. 0.58181. So when we multiply it with 10, it goes forward. Now you will subtract both of these. Okay. Once you subtract them, 1000 we subtracted from 10, it becomes 990x is equals to, we will subtract 581.81, just write it once, subtract it from 5.81, so you get 576. Then we will do x is equals to 576 divided by 990. Okay, so 576 divided by 990, it's 32 upon 55. Alright, any confusion? So I hope you guys have no confusion. Now again, we have a similar question. I decided to do at least 2 questions for each topic so that you guys understand it. Again, we have 0.621, there's dot on 2 and 1, so this basically means 0.6212121. Again, multiply it with 1000x. When we multiply it with 1000, the decimal goes 3 places ahead, so it becomes 621.21, and multiply the whole thing with 10x. It becomes 6.21. Subtract both things. Again, 990x is equals to, these questions are for 3 marks, 3 free marks. Honestly, you should definitely be able to solve such questions. So this becomes 615. So x is equals to 615 divided by 990. So divided by 990, it's 41 upon 66. So 41 upon 66 is your answer. Okay guys, so we are done with the second topic as well. Now we are on to the third topic, which is fractions without calculators. So okay, now for example you have this question: 4 upon 7 divided by 1 whole 5 upon 21. First just write as it is 4 upon 7 and convert this. Divided by 21 multiplied by 21 is 21. 21 plus 5 is 26, so it becomes 26 upon 21. Now write 4 upon 7, write multiply, and once we multiply we reciprocate. 21 goes up, 26 comes down, so we will write 21 upon 26. Let me use a different color now. 7 ones are 7, 7 threes are 21, 2 twos are 4, 2 13s are 26. So it becomes 2 upon 1 multiplied with 3 upon 13, which means 6 upon 13. This is your answer. So I hope you guys were able to understand this question. But if you were not able to, we have another question, and this time we have subtract. So 3 whole 1 upon 8 subtracted from 1 whole 3 upon 4. 8 threes are 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. It becomes 25 upon 8. Subtracted from 4 ones are is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. It becomes 7 upon 4. So you will write 25 upon 8. Alright. Subtracted from 7 upon 4. Now you guys will take LCM. LCM is going to be 8, but I'll show you guys how. You can say 4 twos are, 4 ones are, and then 2 ones are, 2 ones are. So you will multiply this with 1 because LCM is 8, 8 ones are is 8, and 4 twos are is 8, so 7 twos are as well. Then it becomes 25 subtracted from 14 upon 8. So 25 minus 14 is 11. It is 11 upon 8. Write it in whole numbers. So 8 ones are 8. 8 multiplied by 1 is 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. So 1 whole 3 upon 8 is going to be your answer. I hope you guys were able to understand this topic. We are finished with this topic as well. Now we have expansion and factorization. Even though this is a very easy topic, some students do tend to find it difficult. Okay. Now, how do we solve this topic? Look, first solve this part. 4 multiplied by 2x minus 1. 4 twos are is 8x minus 4 ones are is 4. Let it remain in bracket. Subtract it from 6 multiplied by 3 minus x. So this becomes minus 6 multiplied by 3 is minus 18, and minus 6 multiplied by negative, yani minus x is positive 6x. So you will do 8x plus 6x minus 4 minus 18. So this becomes 14x minus 22. So we have expanded and simplified. Next question, we have factorize. Whenever you have a question like factorize, make sure you take out the common. So what's the common number? 6 and 9. The common number is 3 because 6 can be divided by 3. 9 can also be divided by 3. Now what else is common? X. And then what else is common? Y. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. We already took out one x as common, so only one x will remain. Plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. And we already took x and y outside, so this will be the answer. Alright. Now moving on to our next question. We did this. Now we have this one. 4x squared minus y squared plus 8x plus 4y. So best way to do this question is to identify that this is an identity. So basically I can write it down as 2 square x square minus y square. So basically this is an identity of a square minus b square, which means a plus b and a minus b. So this will actually become 2x minus y, 2x plus y. So you will write 2x minus y, 2x plus y, and then take common from here. Take plus 4 as common. So this also becomes 2x, because 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus we already took 4 as common, so only y remains. Now you will take this as common. Okay, so take 2x plus y as common, and what remains now? This 2x minus y and 4. So you will do bracket 2x minus y 4. This is going to be your answer for this question. So you can write it down like this is enough if you want to write it down like this. So moving on to the next question. Yeah, now it says that Antonio, this is also part of this, Antonio travels 100 km at an average speed of x. He then travels a further at an average speed of x km per hour. He then travels a further 150 km at an average speed of this kilometer per hour. The time taken for the whole journey is 4 hours 20 minutes. Show this equation. So look, speed is equals to, not speed, sorry, we are finding time. So time is equals to distance upon speed. Alright, so if you look at the question, the distance is first 100 kilometers, speed is x, so upon x, plus for the second journey the distance is 150 kilometers, speed is x plus 10, so you will write x plus 10 is equals to time. Total time it's taking is 4 hours 20 minutes. 4 hours basically means 240 minutes, and then you have another 20 minutes, so it's a total of 260 minutes. What I will do, I will divide 260 by 60 to convert the whole thing into hours. So it's 13 upon 3. So the whole equation is equals to 13 upon 3. Now what will I do? I will cross multiply. So I will do 100 multiply by x plus 10 plus 150 multiply by x upon x multiply by x plus 10 is equals to 13 upon 3. Let's continue solving it. So we will expand this bracket. It becomes 100x plus 1000 plus 150x upon, expand this bracket, it becomes x square plus 10x is equals to 13 upon 3. So you will now again solve 100 plus 150 is 250x plus 1000 upon x square plus 10x is equals to 13 upon 3. Sorry, it's not 13 upon 13, it's just 13 upon 3. Now you will cross multiply. So you will multiply 3 with 250x multiplied by 1000 is equals to 13 multiplied by x square plus 10x. Now let me zoom out for you guys so that I have more space. So 3 multiplied by 250, let me use calculator. 3 multiplied by 250, I need to get a coffee as well after this. It's 750x plus 3000 is equals to 13x square plus 130x. So I will bring all the numbers over here. It will become 13x square plus 130x minus 750x plus 3000 is equals to 0. This becomes 13x square minus 620x plus 3000 is equals to 0. So look, I have shown the equation. Even though you guys should start this question as well, because if you find it difficult, you guys might lose out on 3, 4, 5 marks. Okay, continuing in the same topic, we have this question as well. Now many students get this question wrong. Before you even watch the video for this one, I would suggest that you should try to attempt it on your own. So they are saying that the area of the triangle is 60. They want you to show this equation. Look, area of triangle is half into base into height. This is the base, this is the height. Okay, so you will do half, like 60 is equals to half multiplied by base, which is 2x plus 5, multiplied by height. Before you do anything, just solve this. 2x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 3. 2x multiplied by x is 2x square. 2x multiplied by 3 is 6x. 5 multiplied by x is 5x. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. 2 will go up there and multiply with 60, it will become 120. So 120 is equals to 2x square. 5x plus 6x is 11x plus 15. Now we will shift 120 back. So 2x square plus 11x plus 15 minus 120. So this becomes 2x square plus 11x minus 105 is equals to 0. This is how you have to do this topic. Now, some of my students are not able to do this question. I want to still teach you how to do this question. It's algebraic fractions. First, solve this part, this whole part. So you will write x minus 1 upon x plus 1 minus 6 upon x minus 1. You will now cross multiply, so it will become x minus 1. Look, you will multiply it with this x minus 1 minus 6 multiplied by x plus 1 upon, you will multiply now both numbers, x plus 1 and x minus 1. Let's continue solving this. X multiplied by x is x square. X multiplied by minus 1 is minus x. Minus 1 multiplied by x is again minus x. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is plus 1. Minus 6 multiplied by x is minus 6x, and minus 6, don't forget the sign, minus 6 multiplied by positive 1 is again minus 6, upon x multiplied by x is x square. X multiplied by negative 1 is x. Positive 1 multiplied by x is positive x, and positive 1 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 1. So this becomes x square minus x is minus 2x, and minus 2x minus 6x is minus 8x, plus 1 minus 6 is minus 5, upon, these two numbers get cancelled out, x square minus 1. Now you will do is equals to 1. Okay, this is the best way to do it without making mistakes, inshallah. So it becomes x square, don't forget this, x square minus 8x minus 5 is equals to 1 multiplied by x square multiplied by 1. So x square minus 8x minus 5 is equals to x square minus 1. X square gets cancelled out. We shift 8x over there, and we shift negative 5 over there, so it becomes 8x negative 1 positive 5 is equals to 0. 8x positive 4 is equals to 0. 8x is equals to negative 4. X is equals to negative 4 upon 8. X is equals to negative 1 upon 2. That's how you have to solve this question, guys. Next question is quadratic equation, and says give your answer in 2 decimal place. Whenever the question says give your answer in 2 decimal place, it means you guys have to use the formula. So the formula is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. The value of a is 4, the value of b is negative 3, the value of c is negative 2. So I will write negative 3 plus minus negative 3 square negative 4 is like this upon 2 multiplied by 4. The best way to do it, just use a calculator, make your miserable lives easy. So minus bracket minus 3 plus under root negative 3 square negative 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by negative 2 upon 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, so one value is 1.175, you can write 1.18, or now use the negative sign, guys. Okay, go back to the question. What did I do wrong? Okay, I never knew this feature also existed in the calculator. I can go back to my previous workings. So write negative. So it's negative 0.425. So you can write negative 0.43. Negative 0.43. So these will be your two answers, because it says correct to 2 decimal places. I have given the answer correct to 2 decimal places. Now next we have trigonometry and further trigonometry. The years are mentioned right over here. Now it says calculate the obtuse angle PRQ. They're asking you to calculate this angle. Let's call this angle X. If you look at this question, we can use sine law. Sine law is sine A upon A is equals to sine B upon B. Sine A is actually, you can write X. So let me do it over here. Sine X upon, write the length opposite to it, 18, is equals to sine 42 upon 13.5. So 18 will go up there. Sine X is equals to sine 42 multiplied by 18 upon 13.5. X is equals to sine inverse sine 42 multiplied by 18 upon 13.5. This is further trigonometry, sine law. Let me put everything in calculator. Sine inverse. Let me write sine 42 multiplied by 18 upon 13.5. So you get 63.14. So you can write 63.1. Alright guys. Next question, we have a similar question. It says find the value of y. Again, sine law. You will say sine y upon 8.3 is equals to sine 105 upon 16.2, cross multiply. So sine y is equals to sine 105 multiplied by 8.3 upon 16.2. Y is equals to sine inverse sine 105 multiplied by 8.3 upon 16.2. Okay, so sine inverse sine 105 multiplied by 8.3 upon 16.2. Sorry, 16.2. Close the bracket. Let me see if I've put in inverse here. So it's 29.66. So it's 29.7. Okay. Now we have next question, which is quadratics. This is not part of quadratics, but still I'll solve it for you guys. So whenever you have a question like this, this is indices. So instead of writing 64, I can write 2 raised to power, is it 2 raised to power 6? Let me see. Yeah. So I will write 2 raised to power 6 multiplied by 2 upon 3, and y 27 multiplied by 2 upon 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So 2 raised to power 4. And 3 ones are 3, 3 nines are 27. 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. So 2 raised to power 4 is actually 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 16. 16 by 18. Okay, moving on to the next question. Many students find this question difficult. Look, if you guys know identities, there is an identity called a square minus b square is equals to a plus b and a minus b. Okay, so x square minus 25, it can mean x square minus 5 square. So x square minus 5 square, I can write it like x plus 5, x minus 5. So this will become x minus 5 upon x plus 5, x minus 5. X minus 5, x minus 5 cancel, so this becomes 1 upon x plus 5. This is your answer. Next question. Okay, this one, ax minus 2a minus x plus 2. Again, this is an identity. A square minus, I can write it as 1 square because 1 square is also 1, so it doesn't matter if I write 1 or 1 square, both are equal. So this will become a plus 1, a minus 1. And ax minus 2a minus x plus 2, I will take in the first one a as common. So this becomes x minus 2. And the second one I will take minus 1 as common. This also becomes x minus 2. X minus 2, x minus 2 is common, so this becomes x minus 2 and a minus 1. Now, instead of writing this ax minus 2a minus x plus 2, I will write x minus 2 upon a minus 1 upon, instead of writing a square minus 1, I will write a plus 1 and a minus 1. A minus 1 and a minus 1 cancelled out, it becomes x minus 2 upon a plus 1. This becomes your answer. Next question. Okay, these questions are good. Many students find it difficult. The way I solve these questions is I solve them independently. So first solve this part, 10x squared minus 60x. You will take 10x as common, so this becomes x minus 6. In the second one, x squared minus x minus 30. This is quadratic equations. If you guys do not know quadratic equations, you guys can watch one of my videos as well. I'll share it with you. So this will become x squared minus 6x plus 5x minus 30. Take common x minus 6 plus 5, again x minus 6. So this becomes x minus 6 and x plus 5. Now, what was the upper number? It was 10x bracket x minus 6. What was the lower number? It was x minus 6 and x plus 5. So I will eliminate x minus 6, x minus 6, so it becomes 10x upon x plus 5. Look, you cannot cut this. This is going to be wrong. So you cannot eliminate it. Just don't make this mistake. Now next question. 7 upon x plus 3 plus 5 upon 8x minus 1. So again cross multiply 7 multiplied by 8x minus 1 plus 5 multiplied by x plus 3 and write the denominator as x plus 3 and 8x minus 1. Leave it as it is. So 7 8s is 7 56, yeah. 56x minus 7 plus 5x plus 15 upon x plus 3 and 8x minus 1. 56x plus 5 is 61x minus 7 plus 15 is plus 8 upon x plus 3 and 8x minus 1. So this is your answer. Now we have the topic called statistics or averages. In this question we will try to find the range, we will find the mode, we will find the median. Okay, so look, range is basically the biggest number, okay, subtract it from the smallest number. Biggest number, don't look at frequency, look at the number. So the biggest number is 20, the smallest number is 15. Homework marks, so the highest marks are 20, the lowest marks are 15. 20 minus 15, you get 5. Then you have mode. Now for mode, look at the frequency. If you look frequency 19, it means there are 19 students who got 17 marks. So 17 is the mode. Then you have median. The formula for median is n plus 1 divided by 2. So how many homeworks are there? 50. So I will do 50 plus 1 divided by 2, that's 51 divided by 2, which is 25.5. Now this is not your answer. We will add all the frequencies together. So 1, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 19 is 23, 23 plus 11 is 33. So 25.5 lies over here, okay, because the highest number over here is 23, so 25.5 lies over here, so the median is 18. Now the next question says calculate the mean. So how do we calculate the mean? For mean, first we will multiply all these numbers. 15 multiplied by 1 is 15, 16 multiplied by 3 is 48, 17 multiplied by 19 is 323, 18 multiplied by 11 is 198. This is 190 and this becomes 120. Now you add all of these numbers. 15 plus 48 plus 323 plus 198 plus 190 plus 120. You get 894 and total homeworks are 50. So you will do actually 894 divided with 50. So you get divided with 50, you get 17.88 as your mean. Alright, next question. It says estimate mean. So now whenever you guys have a question like this, what you guys have to do, you guys have to find the middle number, midpoint. How do we do that? Look, you will do 216 plus 219 divided with 2, you get 217.5. Then over here 219 plus 224 divided by 2, you get 221.5. Then you get 224 plus 234 divided with 2, you get 229. Then 234 plus 244, you divide it with 2, you get 239. And then 244 plus 264, you divide it with 2, you get 254. You will now multiply these numbers with number of athletes. So let me put the calculator here. 217.5 multiplied by 9, that will give you 1957.5. 1957.5. Then for the next one, 221.5 multiplied by 14, 3101. Then I will do 229 multiply by 14, this 14, 3206. Then I will do Bismillah 239, sorry, 239 multiplied by 2, 478. Then I will do 254 multiplied by 3, 762. Add all of these numbers. So 1957.5 plus 3101 plus 3206 plus 478 plus 762. It becomes 950.9504, I guess. Yeah. 0.5 divided with total athletes, which are how many athletes? 42. Divided with 42, you get 226.297, so it becomes 226.3. So this was how you find mean. Now moving on to the next topic, we have differentiation. Okay. Look, whenever you have question like this, differentiate. The power, you multiply it with the number and you subtract one power. So this becomes 3x2 minus 2 4s are 8, 8x minus, if there is no power, the power is 1, and 1 3s are is 3, and x is gone. So this is how you differentiate. Now it says work out the coordinates of the two stationary point. Now in order to find the coordinates of the two stationary point, now for the next question, since it's asking you to work out the two stationary points, what you guys need to understand is that when we differentiate, it's basically dy over dx. Alright, the other word for dy over dx is basically gradient. Alright, so the gradient at this point at two stationary points is 0. We already did dy over dx, which is 3x square minus 8x minus 3. This means 3x square minus 8x minus 3 is equals to 0. Now we will solve this question. You will first do 3 multiplied by 3, which is minus 9. Tell me two numbers such that when you multiply them, you get minus 9, and when you add or subtract them, you get minus 8. So the two numbers are minus 9 plus 1. So I will write 3x square minus 9x plus 1x minus 3 is equals to 0. So now I will take 3x as common, it will become 3x, x minus 3, and I will take plus 1 as common, it will also become x minus 3 is equals to 0. So 3x plus 1 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. So 3x plus 1 is equals to 0, 3x is equals to negative 1, x is equals to negative 1 upon 3, and x minus 3 is equals to 0, x is equals to positive 3. So these are the two values of x. Now we did find the two values of x, right? So we need to find the coordinates of the stationary point. The value of x is negative 1 upon 3, we need to find the value of y. So y is equals to, just plug negative 1 upon 3 into this equation. So let me use a calculator for this. I will use a calculator, so this will become negative 1 upon 3 cube, negative 4 upon negative 1 upon 3 square. Oh, why is it so big? Upon negative 1 upon 3. Sorry, not 2, 1 upon 3. So when x is negative 1 upon 3, y is negative 1.481. Let me check it again. 1.481. And then again, when x is 3, Again, plug in the value of 3 into the equation. So you will plug 3 over here, you will go back, you will plug 3 over here, and then again you will go back and plug 3 over here, so it's negative 18. Alright, again we have a similar question. It says find the derivatives dy over dx. So dy over dx would become 4x cube minus 2 8s are 16x, and this 5 will be cancelled out, so only this. Now it is asking you to find the turning points. You will do 4x cube minus 16x is equals to 0. Okay, 4x cube is equals to 16x, x cancelled, so 4x is equals to 16, x is equals to 16 divided by 4, x is equals to 4. Alright, but if you do it like this, you guys will get the wrong answer. So never do the question like this. Most students will make this mistake. The best way to do this question is actually take common. You will take 4x as common, and this will become x square minus 4. Then this will become 4x bracket x minus 2 x plus 2, because this is an identity and all of this is equals to 0. Alright, so do make sure you do it. Another way to understand that you have to do it this way, because the question said that find 3 turning points. So take common. So first of all, it would become 4x is equals to 0 divided by x minus 2 x plus 2. 4x is equals to 0, x is equals to 0 divided by 4, x is equals to 0. So the first value of x is 0. The second value is x minus 2 is equals to 0 divided by 4x multiplied by x plus 2. So x minus 2 is equals to 0, x is equals to plus 2. And third way, we'll do the same thing. X plus 2 is equals to 0, x is equals to negative 2. Now we got the 3 values of x. The 3 values of x are 0, positive 2, negative 2. Plug in these values of x into this equation. I'll show it to you guys as well. So when I plug in 0, 0 raised to power 4 plus minus 8 multiplied by 0 square plus 5, when the value of x is 0, y is also 0. And same way you will plug in the value of positive 2 and negative 2. Let me do that for you as well, even though I don't want to. But some students might not understand, so we have to think about every one. Raised to power 4 minus 8 multiplied by 2 raised to power square plus 5. It's negative 11. And then plug in the value of negative 2. This becomes negative 11. Alright. Now we are on to our next topic called sequences. Alright. In this question we have to find the nth term. So look. So the formula for sequences in this term, if you look at it, the difference between all the terms was negative 3. Alright. So whenever you have a common difference, so the formula is a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So the first term, as you can see, is a11. So a is 11 and the difference is negative 3. So you will do 11 plus n minus 1 multiplied by negative 3. This becomes 11, negative 3 and positive 3, because negative 3 multiplied by n is negative 3, negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 3. 11 plus 3 is 14, 14 negative 3, and this is going to be your answer. Now in the next question you can see this is a geometric progression. For this we find ratios. How do we find it? For example, if you do 5 divided by 1 you will get 5. If you do 25 divided by 5 you still get 5. So the formula is a r raised to power n minus 1. A is the first term, which is 1. The ratio is 5, so I will write 5 raised to power n minus 1. So the answer will become 5 n minus 1. This will be the answer for the sequence. Moving on to the next sequence, it says so when the question says that write down the first three terms, the first term in place of n you will write 1. For the second plus in place of n you will write 2. And for the third one in place of n you will write 3. So this will become 10 minus, in place of n you will write 1 square. So 10 minus 1 is 9. So the first term is going to be 9. For the second term you will say 10 negative 2 square, which means 10 negative 4, which is 6. So the second term is 6. And for the third term you will do 10 negative 3 square, which means 10 negative 9, which is 1. So the third term is going to be 1. That's how you have to solve this question. Now, again, in the next question it says that there are 4 terms of another sequence. Find an expression for the nth term. So look, the difference between the terms is 3, 3, 3, which means difference is 3, and the first term a is 7. Whenever the difference is same, you use the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by t. So 7 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 3. 7 plus 3 multiplied by n is 3n. Negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So this becomes 4 plus 3n. So this is going to be your expression. Alright. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is functions. So we are doing 058043 winter 2023 question 6. So in this question it says f of 2. Find f of 2. How will we do that? Look, f of x is 5x minus 3. So you will say f of 2 is equals to 5. In place of x you will write 2 minus 3. 5 2s are 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. So f of 2 is 7. In next question you have g f of 0.5. Alright. So what is f of 0.5? First we will do f of 0.5, which means f of 0.5 is equals to 5 multiplied by 0.5 minus 3. 5 multiplied by 0.5 is 2.5. 2.5 minus 3 is negative 0.5. So f of 0.5 is negative 0.5. So in place of f of 0.5 you will put the value of negative 0.5. So you will put g of negative 0.5. Alright. So g of negative 0.5 means negative 1 upon 2 is equals to 64 raised to power negative 1 upon 2. Just use your calculator and put the value 64 raised to power negative 1 upon 2. The answer is 1 upon 8. Next question says find h inverse of h inverse x. So look, h inverse x basically means you will do, let me zoom out for you guys. You will do y is equals to 2 upon x plus 1. Then y multiplied by x plus 1, because this whole thing will go up there and multiply with y, is equals to 2. This becomes yx plus y is equals to 2. Alright. Now you will say yx is equals to 2 minus y, and x is equals to 2 minus y upon y. So when will you give your answer? In place of y you will write x. So h inverse x is equals to 2 minus x upon x. Next question says find g of x is 1 upon 2 raised to power 5. So in this question, instead of writing g of x, you will put in the value of g of x, which is 64 raised to power x. So I will do 64 raised to power x is equals to 1 upon 2 raised to power 5. So instead of writing 64 raised to power x, I can say 2 raised to power 6 is equals to 1 upon 2 raised to power 5. Alright. 2 raised to power 6x, sorry. So 2 raised to power 6x is equals to 2 raised to power negative 5. 6x is equals to negative 5. X is equals to negative 5 upon 6. So the answer is negative 5 upon 6. Now the next question says write as a single fraction its simplest form 1 upon f of x minus h upon x. So 1 upon, instead of writing f of x, I will write the value of f of x, which is 5x minus 3, upon 5x minus 3 negative, and instead of h of x, I will write the value which is 2 upon x plus 1. So I will write 2 upon x plus 1. So in this question you guys will do cross multiplication, which means 1 multiplied by x plus 1 minus 2 multiplied by 5x minus 3. So now upon, and do not forget the denominator, which is 5x minus 3 multiplied by x plus 1. Alright, so 1 multiplied by x plus 1 minus 2 multiplied by 5, 10x minus 2 multiplied by negative 3 is plus 6 upon 5x minus 3 and x plus 1. Alright, so x minus 10x is negative 9x, 1 plus 6 is 7 upon 5x minus 3 bracket x plus 1. This is going to be your answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Again we have a similar question over here. It says find g of 3. So I will just, in place of x, I will write 3. So 3 minus 1 whole square. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 whole square, that's 4. So I will write 4. Then we have f of x minus 2. So f of x minus 2 means 1 minus 3. And in place of x, I will write down this value of x, which is x minus 2. So 1 minus 3x plus 6. So it becomes minus 3x plus 7. Then we have f inverse x. So I will write y is equals to 1 minus 3x, because f of x is 1 minus 3x. I will make x the subject. So 3x is equals to 1 minus y. X is equals to 1 minus y upon 3. So f inverse x is equals to 1 minus x upon 3. This is going to be your answer. Alright guys, moving on, we have the topic sets and Venn diagrams. The question says find n of a intersection b. They're asking you to find this point. To find this point, look, all of this, when you add 15 plus 5x plus x plus 5 plus 12 minus x, all of this is equals to 52. Okay, so don't forget 12 minus x. So minus x plus x gets cancelled out. We will do 15 plus 5 plus 12. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 12 is 32. So 32 plus 5x is equals to 52. 5x is equals to 52 minus 32. 5x is equals to 20, which means x is equals to 20 divided by 5. X is equals to 4. So it means in place of x I will write 4. 4 plus 5, that's 9. So n of a intersection b is 9. Alright. Now next question, it says complete the sets and Venn diagrams. Okay. So you have been given the universal set, you have been given P, and you have been given Q. So first of all, what are common? You have E, so you will write E over here. You have G, so you will write G over here. You have R, you will write R over here. In P, what is remaining now? A, B, L. And in Q, what is remaining now? M, O, T, Y. M, O, T, Y. So this is how you have to complete the sets and Venn diagrams in this question. Now shading. This is my favorite question. Look, for this question I will tell you a technique. Write numbers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what numbers you have in A? 1, 2, 5, 6. What numbers do you have in B? 2, 3, 4, 5. What numbers you have in C? 4, 5, 6, 7. you have to find A intersection B complement intersection C. So first, what is B complement? And do not forget 8 over here. So B complement would include all the numbers that are not in B, which means 1, 6, 7 and 8. We will find A intersection B complement, which is A has 1, 2, 5, 6, intersection B complement, which is 1, 6, 7, 8. So what is common? We have 1 common and we have 6 common, 1 and 6. And now you will do intersection C. What numbers do you have in C? You have 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's common now? 6 and 6. So you will only shade this region. Okay. Next question. Which question do we have next? So actually we don't have any question. We finished all the topics. I hope you guys let me go over it once again. Let me see if all the topics are covered. Yeah. So we finished all these topics. I hope you guys were able to understand everything well. I will be making another video in which I will be covering several other topics. So if you guys like this video, please do make sure to like, subscribe and share my channel. Inshallah, the revenue generator will go to Palestine. Hope this video helps and hope you all get an A star. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.